Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 12 of my 4-player free-for-all Age of Wonders 4 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing as Straelak Soulreaper, and I'm leading the human Hollowkin. For more information on my leader and race characteristics and specifications, please check the video description. In our last episode, we sent a huge chunk of our forces to the east, and you can see them here. We've got basically 2 full stacks, one of which is currently led by a hero. So we've got Umzish Thorncrown, and she's leading a pretty decent army. It's a bit of a mixed bag of units, but you can see we've got some fairly powerful units in here, a number of tier 3s, some pretty solid tier 2 units as well. It's kind of a mixed bag, like I said, but we do have quite a few decent units in there. We're going to rejuggle this so that it's a little bit better distributed, but we've also got a few more units kind of bringing up the rear. We've also got another stack led by our additional hero, Sarah Thorncrown, and this stack is moving over, and our goal is to have them potentially clear out the Gorgon's Lair. We may need to kind of rebalance the stack just to have the most powerful units we're going to need to be able to clear this structure out. You can see it's currently occupied. And then the goal would be eventually to have Thorndusk, again, down the road, not just yet, but down the road produce, let's see, the Town Hall level 3 Stronghold, which would increase the annexation range and allow us to pull that Gorgon's Lair into a tile that the city is able to exploit. So, again, that's the goal there. In the meantime, down south, we were still building up Straelak's group. He did take some punishment and lost a number of units while we were fighting over that outpost. And so we're trying to recoup some of those losses. Currently working on another Dark Knight in Redfjorn. Now, before I jump into the episode proper, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episode. The first of those comments is from Death. Death mentioned that those heroes that are sitting in my crypt, let's just take a look. So currently we have 4 heroes in the crypt. And you can see we're getting a little bit of mana income. Really, we're getting 2 mana per hero, which is really nothing special. And so Death is pointing out that what we could always consider doing is we could sell these remains and get some gold for it. What that also would do is free up any equipment that these heroes had in their life, because they're dead, that they had, and we could then distribute that to our heroes. So you can see here that some of these heroes actually do have some pretty decent cash that would be available here. 120 for Thomas Kingfisher. Oh yeah, some of these are actually worth quite a bit. So you can see, I mean, gold has been a perpetual problem for us, so I think this is a great idea. And you know what, while we're on the topic here, we could even do a bit of inspection. So let's take a look. Oh yeah, I mean, check this out. We can see there's plenty of gear. So maybe one thing we could do is just take a peek at our... Ooh, a nice shield there. Yeah, so let's take a peek at our heroes once we get through the comments here. We'll start off with doing this. We'll inspect the different heroes, figure out what items they have that we might want. I can't help it now. I have to kind of look. Yeah, so I mean, there's some pretty solid gear in here. Again, some good shields and stuff. So this would be worth pursuing. So we'll go through and check out what each one has, and then decide if we want to sell them. We also might want to consider keeping one around to animate. Of course, we are at our hero limit, but depending on how decent they are, we might even want to consider that. So in any case, though, we're going to make use of these heroes' corpses more effectively than we've been doing. So really, really good idea there from Death. Death also mentioned that one thing to consider, and this is a Tome comment here, so let's go to our Tome library. When it does become time for me to pick another tome, let's just see if I can find it here. I might have gone past it. I'm looking for the tier 3 astral tomes. I think it's here. Let's see. So in particular, the one that Death has mentioned here is the Tome of Teleportation as being quite a good option. Very, very powerful tome. So let's take a look at it. Summon Phased Beast. So this is a tier 4 unit. That would be very, very nice. Displacement, Weakening Aura. That would be very cool. Mass Recall. Makes target-friendly army teleport back to the nearest owned city. Wow, now that could be super useful, especially if you're, in an emergency and you're under attack or something like that. Emergency teleportation. Makes closest allied unit teleport to within 4 hexes of the target hex and heals this ally unit 30 temporary hit points. That reminds me a little bit of like Slip Away from Age of Wonders 3. Some of the Naga units had that. That's kind of like what this is. Very cool. Astral Trade Relay. Skill level. This is a city structure. Oh, that would just boost gold income. That could really help. And then phasing, enchantment, the phase ability, which allows them to teleport. So this would give my support units and battle mages and whatnot the ability to teleport, which could be, or to phase, I guess, which again could be a great way to get them out of danger or get them into range so that they can use their abilities more effectively. We would also get Chrono Gate and Quick Phase as a hero skill. So the only thing with this is we would need 3 Astral Affinity for our Empire. We currently have 2. Now, one way we could fix this is perhaps by taking the Astral upgrade skill for Straelak once he levels up, or finding another way to get a little bit more Astral Affinity. But again, this one does seem pretty useful, so I appreciate Death pointing it out. Again, I mean, we may not end up taking it, but I'm glad to at least be aware of it. We've even got a Tome of Summoning here. This one might even be good. Let's take a look. While I'm here. Again, we've been using a lot of mana, so it might be worth checking some of these out. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I'm still very appreciative of Death making me aware of that one, so thank you, Death. The next comment here is from David Houston. This is just a general comment, but David, after watching another person's series, realized that you can basically expand a city underground if it's an above ground city, or vice versa if it's an underground city and you want to expand it above ground, assuming that there is an underground passage in the domain of the city. So I don't know if I have any good examples of that. Like Red Fjorn, basically what you'd want to do is highlight the city and then jump underground with the city still highlighted, and you could potentially annex territory there, assuming you have the range to do so. So very, very cool idea there. Again, it kind of makes sense that you'd be able to expand above or below ground depending on where your city is, assuming that you have that entrance. So just a good general reminder that just because the city's above ground doesn't mean you're entirely stuck above ground, and vice versa. So big thank you to David for that one. As always, guys, big thank you for the excellent comments and suggestions. Extremely appreciated. And we're going to proceed into the episode. So let's see here. So this stack is not able to move any further, and that's because our Warlock is out of movement. So we'll just let them be. Straelak is able to move, but as I mentioned, we are trying to recoup some of his losses. Unfortunately, he did suffer some pretty nasty damage in that one battle. So, I mean, we survived, but it came with a cost. So we will wait a turn or two here. Maybe in the meantime, I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of scouting. I was going to send one of these snow spirits, but I do want them to keep getting experience and get closer to leveling up, so maybe I won't go scouting over here. Because it would be nice if we could at least do some battling or something while we're waiting. You know what? Okay, I'm going to do this. I know it's a tier 3 unit, and I am being kind of risky here, but I do want to at least see what's over there. And this group's going to just stay put for now. Okay, so that's going to do it for our turn, but let's just see if there was any spell casting to do. We could start working on another Lesser Snow Spirit. I mean, sure, why not? We might as well just keep spamming these guys. And as I mentioned, I almost forgot here before I got into the episode, but let's go back to our crypt and take a look at some of these heroes. So we had looked at Geese and Sharna. Let's take a look at Thomas Kingfisher. Let's take a look. Okay, so he's got a decent primary weapon, that same chestplate of vitality, and a warg mount. So let's take a look at our heroes and see what we have for equipment. So Straelak himself, we take a look. So he doesn't have any chestplate, and he doesn't have a shield, although his Staff of Decay is preventing equipping anything there. Same with the mount. He does have a Wand of Inversion. He's got a half-decent helmet. And this staff has been working out pretty well for him, I think. And then he's got some reasonable leg gear. I mean, it's tier 1, so nothing special. All right, we'll close that. Let's take a look at Sereth next. So Sereth has a really good melee weapon there that's providing some temporary hit points via lifesteal on hit. Kind of a basic helmet. A pretty good mount there with flying, but no torso or boots. And just a basic shield there. Murder ring that grants Vicious Killer. double morale penalty when killing an enemy, and Inspiring Killer, double the morale bonus to its allies when killing an enemy. We've also got the Wand of Provocation. So, yeah, definitely opportunities there for torso gear, foot gear, and maybe even a better shield. And then let's see what else we got. Umzish, let's take a look. So there we do have the Chestplate of Vitality, but we are missing boots. Got the Wand of Poison Darts. We've got the Ring of Opportunity. Basic Helmet. Pretty good melee weapon. And no, but the Great Axe is preventing a mount. So could use a, oh, but the shield is also disabled as well. So yeah, I mean, we've got some options there. Let's jump back to our crypt. And again, we just want to inspect and take a look. So ideally, I want someone who's got boots and torso gear. This shield would be an improvement. This shield would definitely be an improvement on the basic shield that my one hero has. Let's see what Thomas has, just to refresh. Okay, so no, it doesn't look like anybody has any boots. Sharna? No, so no one has boots. In terms of melee weapons, let's just kind of see. So we've got this Mace of Smiting. Spirit damage to fiends and undead. Kind of nothing special there. The only nice thing is that these are one-handed, and that would allow the equipping of a shield. And let's see what about Thomas. Yeah, he's got this Giant's Bane Lance, which is a two-handed weapon. It's quite a bit of damage. And then let's just check Enola as well. Okay, so we've got a bow. Got a ring here, Ring of Opportunity. So why don't we sell off at least one of these heroes just to get us some extra income? Thinking this would probably be a good one to start with, but let's just double check here. What does Thomas have again? Yeah, so we'll start with our Lizard Industrialist. Sell those remains. And then that should mean, if we... Actually, I want to be back in that view. That should mean that now we have access to those pieces of equipment. Yes, we do. So we will get that Chestplate of Vitality. And we will confirm that. Fantastic. So that's a good boost for Sereth. Just a little bit more health and a little bit more defense. We've also got that new shield, which we can equip, which is a pretty much straight upgrade for us. We'll confirm that. And then we can close this out. Ooh, and you know what? Let's just hang on. We got a helmet too, but I think it's the same exact one. Yeah. So, Umzish, I don't think there was really anything new for her. Not really, no. Unless we wanted to equip the battle axe and then equip a shield. So let's just see. This is 15 and 15. 15 physical, 15 frost damage. Does provide a charge. This is just a standard melee attack with a bleed chance. You know, I kind of like the beefy axe, really. So we'll stick with that. And then Straelak, just to also double check here. Doesn't have any torso gear, so you know what? Maybe what we will do is we'll also sell off Sharna here. So let's sell those remains. We can go over to Straelak, and then we can give him some leather armor. Just to have him with something at the very least. Okay. So that's going to about do it. So that at least helps us out. And look at that. We got plenty of gold now to work with. Although that will still evaporate pretty darn quickly. We'll start summoning a Snow Spirit because why not? And then we'll end our turn there. I am probably going to recall this unit here as quick as I can now that I'm thinking about it. We are going to want to be able to mobilize pretty fast out of Redfjorn here, I think, in the next couple of turns. Ooh, you can see the influence of this dragon lair is spreading. It's now encompassing this Shrieker's Tomb. Now, the big thing I was hoping to do was going to be to try to attack Iska. Well, she was kind of vulnerable. I mean, she's really not very well defended. She's got tier 3 unit here, and then tier 2, and then the rest are just tier 1s. So she's really not particularly well defended at the moment. I'm also hoping that I can get Sorcerer's Solace in this Pact of Loyalty very shortly here, which would be a huge benefit for me. So we'll probably just ignore Silverbridge for now. We'll send this army pretty much straight down to the Haunted Graveyard. We can clear that out on our way through, potentially, and then keep moving that way and go after Iska. I'm just a little worried she's going to jump into the water and kind of vanish from my my view here, but hopefully we can get down there relatively quickly, and then we can try and declare war on her. Maybe snipe her and then find her city afterwards. Alright, so looks like it's back to our turn. Again, I could do a little bit more scouting. I mean, we are going to have this Dark Knight in one more turn, so you know what? I think I should probably just retreat back. I don't want to get, you know, too far away, so we'll just hang back. Once that Dark Knight comes out, I think then we'll at least start working our way back. I mean, we still don't have a ton of muscle in this squad, but at least we've got something to work with. So, first things first, let's get our hero going. Again, we want to head over to that Gorgon's lair. That's kind of a must-do. Good news is, too, while we're in our own territory, we will heal a little bit more, which is good. Our Corrupt Soul was in kind of rough shape, so that will be good for us. All right, now this group, as I mentioned, Ishka's down here, so we're going to just head that way. There is this Lost Queen's Crypt, but I don't think I want to get too wrapped up in that, to be perfectly honest. I think I just want to kind of go in for the high-value stuff here, so let's do that if we can. Okay, so there's some undead we're going to have to get rid of. Ooh, and you know what? I should have rebalanced these stacks before I started moving everything. That was a bit of an oopsie on my part. Well, you know what? We will just get everybody down there as best we can anyway. Yeah, there we go. So, I mean, if he does attack us, it's going to pull pretty much everybody in, so should be fine there. This Warlock, I'm just looking. So what do we got in this stack? I mean, hoping this is strong enough. This Corrupt Soul does need some healing. This Lesser Snow Spirit is very close to leveling. Not quite there, but if we could, we would get a tier 3 unit out of it, which would be amazing. We are going to have to be careful. I mean, this is a Bronze Ancient Wonder, but it could still be pretty well defended. Might almost be worth throwing this Warlock in this stack instead of the Snow Spirit, maybe. But we were going to need somebody else to kind of take some, you know, melee fighting, and that Snow Spirit's going to potentially be able to do that. So I think we'll just keep the Warlock pursuing this group over here. Skeleton. You know what? Let's send this Skeleton. We can at least start heading down this way to try and reinforce. The other option, I guess, would be to follow up over here with this Skeleton to try to then turn it into a Bone Golem. But I think I'm going to need some more muscle down this way. So let's... I mean, not that a Skeleton's going to make too big a difference, but every little bit's going to help. Okay, so like I said, Straelak's group is going to stay put for now. That Dark Knight's coming out in a single turn. We do have the ability to annex another piece of territory here with Redfjorn. So, let's see where we'd want to do that. Just looking to see, do any of these have something we need on it or would want? No. What about down here? No. Do have that opportunity for a fishery. And unfortunately, none of these territories really have anything that would benefit us. Like, they don't have, for example, a, you know, an iron deposit or something like that. So, let's just see. Can we expand underground with this one? I don't think we can from where we're at. So, almost forgot. I keep remembering we have this outpost down here. Eventually, we're going to be worth founding a city, but we are at our city cap. So, might need to upgrade that before we go for another city. Let's jump back up above ground. So, one thing we might want to consider as well is we've got 3 mines, 2 quarries, and 1 research post. So let's just see what else could we do that might help us. So some of these really we can't even build them until we have the additional structure. This one, if we build 1 forester, we could then get the academy going, which wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Yeah, I don't mind that. So maybe what we'll do is we'll annex this territory right here and build a forester. And that way we will at least have a forester going, and we can then have access to that other structure. So let's just go back and look again. That would boost the academy, so that would be pretty solid. Let's do that. Build the forester. All right, we did a ritual mausoleum. Nice. Okay, so Thorndusk has finished that. So let's take a look at what we might want to consider next. So we could start working on that Town Hall 3 stronghold, but in 2 more turns we'll be able to boost it. So for now, we might just want to hold off. Now, we could grab this crypt, although now we've sold off a bunch of the heroes, so we wouldn't get as much income from them. And it would also allow us to then resurrect heroes in the crypt. This would improve our Imperium income, which, again, I would definitely be appreciative of. The prison cell upgrade would allow us to execute heroes that are in the prison or to convert them, if we were so inclined. Nothing is boosted at the moment, so... Just looking, yeah, there's nothing that's boosted currently. We would need 2 quarries and 2 foresters for this one, so we're missing 1 quarry. The monolith, we would need 3 quarries, we only have 1. State Hall, we need 3 foresters, we only have 2. You know what, maybe we'll do the Wizard Tower level 1, and that way we at least get that Imperium income going. And then in the meantime, once 2 more turns goes by, when this is done, we could do the Town Hall level 3 and boost it, which would be pretty good for us. So let's grab that Wizard Tower level 1, get that going. It's also fairly cheap from a gold perspective. Room of Recall. Oh, this would improve our odds of getting, or our speed of getting Straelak back were he to die. Unit recruitment. We definitely want to get some more units going here if we can. So, I mean, I don't want to spend a ton of gold on this, so maybe another Necromancer. Although it'd probably be good to have another decent tier 3 unit to add into this stack if we could. So an Iron Golem would be ideal, especially since when we're looking at it, we really just have the Dark Knight and the Corrupt Soul. We don't really have any other muscle in that squad. So an Iron Golem might not be the worst idea in the world. The only problem is we have to wait 2 turns for it, which less than ideal. That said, you know, we don't have a Necromancer in this squad. I was going to say, if we had a Necromancer, that would also probably be helpful for that group, but that's another 2 turns as well. We could just throw on a Night Guard, maybe. You know what? That wouldn't be terrible. We could probably leave the Warlock and the Pursuer, and then the Snow Spirit could perhaps jump out of the squad. We could throw that Night Guard in instead. I don't know, you know, this is one of those situations where I'm kind of... I don't even know what that structure has in it for units, so I think I will go with that plan, though. Let's make a Night Guard and just, you know, we can add that in as necessary. So Straelak, like I said, we're going to stay put for 1 more turn. Our skeleton we've already done our work with. Same with this guy. Yeah, and down here we've already moved everybody, so we're good there. Underground Lab is finished in Dim Tur. Bone Golem's coming out in 1 turn. Let's see what else we could do. We could do the Caltrops. Not that that's going to make much of a difference. It is boosted. But it would improve our fortification health. You know, hopefully Dim Tur isn't the city that's going to get attacked if something does get attacked. Let's see. You know what? A mint would be ideal just to improve that gold income. It's expensive, and it's going to cost us 5 turns to build it, but boy, it would be nice to improve that gold income a little bit. You know what? The Mana Obelisk, we could do it in 2 turns. Maybe we do that, just get the mana income even more. Double down on it a bit. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, that's fairly cheap as well for gold, so... And then maybe after that, we'll do the mint. Red Fjord's got a production choice as well. So you can see here, we're cooking through our gold pretty fast. But the Academy is now boosted as we planned. So let's do the Academy. And then our Snow Spirit is ready to go. We're going to throw that over here for Straelak just because, again, he needs more muscle. He just does not have enough units over there on his side. So think that's going to about do it for our turn. I mean, I really do need to get Straelak into the fighting. It's not great for him to be kind of out here, not really in the mix too much. So I think we'll just leave him there and then we'll end it. You know, I want him to be active and out there getting experience or doing something and not just kind of, you know, twiddling his thumbs. It's not a very good use of my hero. Okay. So that turn is flipped over. Let's just see. Okay, Iska is still there. Looks like maybe a unit either died or took off. That other unit that was in the stack there. So we just want to get down there kind of ASAP, really, is the goal here. So, again, we could try and clear out this haunted graveyard as we go by. And I think that wouldn't be a bad idea, especially since we're about to have a loyalty, pact of loyalty with this soon to hopefully be vassal. Nice. Okay, Whiteborn is finished. This is that major race transformation that's going to turn our units into undead and give them lifesteal, which is very, very good. So let's pick our new research choice here. We got Rotting Explosion. Target-friendly zombie unit explodes, dealing 15 frost damage, 15 blight damage, applying decaying with a base 90% chance to enemy units in a 2-hex radius. Desecrate structure. Targets a resource node in your domain. Node provides +5 mana income. If you lose the province, the effect stops. You know, that's not terrible because really that would just give us kind of a boost to mana if we really needed it. You can see our mana income is actually down a fair bit, so might be worth doing this just to improve our mana situation. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so let's see. Again, we've got this is kind of one of those decisions moments. So, you know, should we just bypass this graveyard? I mean, it is pretty well defended, admittedly. You can see here we've got a Necromancer. Whiteborn Necromancer. That's kind of cool. We've got a polearm unit here, also Whiteborn. Speaking of which, we want to start casting that. Get that going. Ooh, we don't even... What's this? We don't have enough... Oh, we don't have enough souls. Well, shoot. Okay, so we're going to have to do a bit of soul gathering. So you know what? We will go through the Haunted Graveyard because we are going to need to fight the battle to then hopefully obtain some souls. So let's make that happen. Alright, we're getting everybody in here. Yeah, and let's see if we wanted to maybe rebalance this stack a little bit. You know what? I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. We're just going to jump down there. Alright, there's everybody. They're in the mix. We're going to clear out the graveyard, keep moving, and go for Iska afterwards. Evil presence lingers. Okay, that's just telling us about the graveyard. We do have this skeleton who we were just sending down to assist with this whole situation. And then now we have our Dark Knight, who we're probably going to mix into Straelak's army here. Might even consider moving our Night Guard off. Like I said, I actually really do want to keep these units in the stack just to have them keep getting experience, get closer to leveling up. So, let's see again here. The Night Guard is about to become a... it's almost a champion and then would become a legend. Boy, it'd be nice to keep them just long enough there to get them into that legend status. So maybe we will leave this stack the way it is. The only thing, of course, is that, you know what, the Necromancer could probably come out of this group. Perhaps. And then we can put the... Yeah, there. I like that better. Okay, so now we're just gonna move back over and see what's going on. We'll keep these units kind of together here because we don't want them splitting up. So, again, the goal is just going to be to start moving in and see what we can do. Meanwhile, Red Fjorn, we still want to produce units. We definitely still want some units coming out of here. Let's do maybe an Iron Golem. We did a Dark Knight, so now let's do an Iron Golem. Get that going. Okay, now our hero here, again, the question was, do we want to add this Night Guard perhaps into the group? and replace a unit, because we can only bring the stack as it is. We can't... I was going to say we can't really rebalance it, or we can't bring extra units in. So, you know what? Let's just head over, and we can make that a game time decision here. We'll bring that Night Guard over as well. Just hang out right there. The good news is we're still getting healing on that Corrupt Soul because we are still in our domain. This Warlock is kind of fallen behind, so we may end up having to keep the Warlock back here and just add it into this group. I think we have at least one Warlock over here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's one. This group does not have one, which is why I wanted another Warlock. It's just the movement is kind of... He's outpaced by this army, so... I think we own this watchtower. I'm not 100% sure, though. Alright, well, anyway, let's send him down this way. He's not really going to do much because, like I said, only one stack can go into the Gorgon's lair, so having him hang out with this group doesn't really serve any purpose. Alright, so... we will just leave this as it is, I think. Yeah, everybody else can just kind of stay put. I guess we can move down that way. Okay, Bone Golem is now finished in Dim Tur. We're going to send that down this direction. There we go. Alright, and that's going to do it for our turn. So yeah, we really need to get some battles going. I mean, we've been kind of passive here for too long, which is not usually a good thing. Again, we got to save our souls because we need to cast that spell. And I mean, again, I probably at some point should have built a soul well. I've been kind of procrastinating doing that, which would have improved our income. Let's just get another Snow Spirit going. We can add another one in over here. Again, Straelak just needs an army, so... Alright, and that's going to do it for our turn here, I think. Although, I mean, I suppose we could start working on another one. You can see, though, that's really cutting into our mana income. Good news, of course, though, is that Dim Tur is working on that mana obelisk, which will help a little bit. So let's end it there. Ooh, hang on. We do have some more Imperium. Let's just double check. See if there was anything else I wanted to grab Imperium-wise here. Yeah, we have the... Let's see, Shadow Empire's Stolen Power, so we've already grabbed that one. Let's see, gain 10 combat casting points per unit death or kill in combat. This one I would love to get my hands on, honestly. Even Dark Vigor would be good. All your heroes instantly gain 1 rank. That would be good. I think that would get Straelak up to level 8. I think he's at level 7. Universal Camouflage in your domain. Cities gain extra vision. That could be good. Ooh, let's see what we got down here. Mines grant mana. Oh, man. You know, I'm tempted, especially since, like, as we were just talking about, the mana income is starting to run a little low. And, you know, the thing about that would be I could just keep summoning units like crazy if I really wanted to. Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of keen on this one. Let's just double check. Ooh, roads cost 3 move instead of 5. Man, there's so many good choices here. We just do not have enough Imperium to make it all happen. I think the mana income thing is going to be, because we're really relying heavily on that, so let's do that. And then, you know what? Since we know that now, look at our mana situation, we can just keep summoning these Lesser Snow Spirits. Again, they're going to probably just be like cannon fodder, but, I mean, we can rapidly expand our army with them, and we've been doing that, so... Ah, shoot. Okay, so I figured we were going to lose Iska, and we did. Well, dang. Maybe not a huge surprise, but it is kind of unfortunate. Alright, so negotiations have succeeded. This is excellent. We now have a Pact of Loyalty with Sorcerer's Solace. We can have a Pact of Vassalage in 18 turns. We're probably going to use some Imperium to boost this, to get this going faster. So that's fantastic. Pact of Loyalty. So they'll actually help us in combat against marauders and rulers the Free City is at war with. So that's fantastic. Very, very nice. Okay, and you know what? We can engage this battle. Ooh, you know what? It won't pull everybody in, though. It won't pull this stack in. We could take one step this way, though, to have that be amended. There we go. You know what? Our warlock should probably come down and engage the battle just to get it going. There we go. All right, we'll do this one manually. I want everybody involved to try to get more experience for the army, so... Alright, so nothing fancy here. We just want to get this one done. Minimal damage, hopefully. I'm going to speed things up just ever so slightly. Alright, so... I'm thinking... Like I said, we want to just get this one done with hopefully minimal suffering on our side. We can buff some undead. Pretty soon we're going to be able to apply this to like any unit in the stack, pretty much. For the most part, all of our Hollowkin are going to be undead once we're able to do that. So let's get our bone golem over there. We'll just kind of send the house here. There we go. And again, our warlocks are going to be super useful in this battle. We're going to want them to do some cursing, as always. Iron Golem can move over. Let's see, we want our hero probably up in the mix as well. Corrupt Souls, sure, why not? Snow Spirits can move over. Bone Golem can cruise over. And I think that's going to about do it. So we'll just end it right there. Again, I mean, you know, we don't have to do anything fancy here. We just have to win. All right, nice. We can throw a Sundering Curse on. And then I think these ones might be just out of range. They are. It's too bad. Iron Golem could get in there and put the hurt on him a little bit. I also wouldn't mind them just coming to me, frankly. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's let them come to us here. We can move our Necromancer over to be in the fight more. And then, yeah, we'll just wait a turn here. Let's just let them come to us. Yeah, we're going to take a little bit of damage, but nothing too crazy. Alright, so now we should be able to just cruise over. Do some freezing blasts here. Same story here. Although, you know what? This one might be better to do on the archers over here. It's only a 50%. You know what? Let's do it on the 90%. Very good. And then our Corrupt Soul can step in, and there's the flank kill. Perfect. All right, so now definitely want some cursing to be done here. So let's curse the Necromancer there. We can cruise right over here and blast him with a freezing burst. Nice. They're frozen for a turn. We can strengthen another undead if we really wanted, but I think in this case might be better to just cruise over and do some work here. Nice. And then we'll mosey on over here, do some big damage. We'll step over here and start attacking the archers. Ooh, and yeah, let's get the Bone Golem in there for the kill. Very nice. And that frees things up a little bit for our remaining units to do some damage here, hopefully. Nice. Okay, there's some 50%. Okay, at least we grazed him and weakened him. That's good. We were hoping for. And then we can step up and do some work here. Excellent. There's a good damage from our... I almost forgot entirely about my hero over here. Of course, the hero also has Restore, which we probably should have been using. Whoops, I threw it on the wrong unit. Oh well. Doesn't matter, it's temporary health anyway, so... Alright, well, let's just get the finish here. Very nice. Yeah, and everybody gets a little bit of experience there. 2 experience all the way around. I will happily take that. And now we can go in for the main battle here to clear out this haunted graveyard. Now, Iska's base is probably down somewhere over here, I'm guessing. Given that I'm guessing she fled that way. Unless she went underground. Oh, and she did! Oh, what's this? Oh, look at this. Iska is now undead, I'm assuming. Oh, isn't that interesting? So Iska has Whiteborn as well. Oh, that's interesting how it changes the way they look. Wow, she went from being, like, I guess like an elven lady sort of thing into this, you know, corpse, almost, ghoul-looking thing. That's very cool. Oh, wow. I wonder if she's going to go and fight this Astral Rift. I mean, look at this. It's got a, you know, tier 5 gold medal Lost Wizard. Like, no way. Not with what Iska has, so... Okay, well, now we at least know Ishka's underground. Well, that's good to know. Okay. So, with that in mind, we could probably... Like I said, we want to still do this Haunted Boneyard, so let's try and make that happen if we can. Yeah, everybody's just going to move in here. Yeah. We might even want to clear out this Astral Dew while we're over here. Again, we're going to ignore Silverbridge because it's just a free city. So there's no real sense in me, you know, focusing too heavily on it. At least not at the moment. And we'll just cruise in here. Alright, so let's engage this battle. We'll just do it with one of our units here. Okay. So, again, this one will have to be a little bit more careful because there's a lot more potential danger. Given that we've got more units we're facing and they're a little bit stronger. Alright, so they're moving in towards us. I really like the battleground we're in here. This is very cool. Alright, so we've got a skeleton, daylight spear, skeleton, anvil guard, necromancer, and a pioneer. Okay, well, it's really not that scary, all things considered. So we don't have to worry too much. One thing we want to do, though, is... Where's our hero? Let's get a restore going right away, and we'll throw it on our big boys up front here for defense. So our Iron Golem, again, is going to be our main defensive bastion for this fight. So, yeah, and they're still out of range. So we'll put our Corrupt Soul next to them. Just move everybody over. See, yeah, we just want kind of everybody up in the fight here as much as we can. You know, it's a shame the Necromancer can't actually heal the undead. He can strengthen them, but he can't heal them. At least not permanently, which, you know, like not... He can only provide temporary health when he revives them. Or reanimates them, I guess. Which is a bit unfortunate, but, you know, I understand that's kind of the new mechanics, so... We just have to adapt. I'm so used to, like, heal undead from Age of Wonders 3 still. Which was obviously very useful ability. Alright, so that's going to do it for our turn. Let's let them come to us. Alright, here they come. Nice, making it a little bit easier for us. We can get them with a curse, I think, maybe? Oh, not quite. Alright, well, we'll have to wait one more. Let's see, can they get to us? Okay, they can. What we might want to do then is just pull back slightly. What if we just back up a little bit? What I'd like for them to do is to gang up on the Iron Golem as much as possible. Have him just soak up the hits, really. The only thing is, let me just double check. Does he have that defensive tactics? He does not. Okay, so he's not going to benefit from having units next to him. Although, you know what? Maybe the Night Guard would be good to have right there. That's a pretty good defensive unit, being a pikeman and everything. The Warlock, just got to make sure we're still staying out of danger, but we can step over a little bit. And we want these units kind of able to help, but not, you know, in the danger zone necessarily. Our hero can certainly advance. We might even want to just rotate our Snow Spirit, put our Corrupt Soul over here, have our hero right in there. I think that's going to do it. Well, like I said, we'll let them come to us one more time here. I think our big boy is going to do a great job of just playing defense here. Oh, whoops, I didn't realize I had moved them into attack range. Well, shoot. My bad. Oh well, not the end of the world. Nice, okay, we resisted the taunt. That's good. Uh-oh. Our Bone Golem's a little bit worse for wear, and he's taking more punishment. Speed this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Our shield unit's taking some punishment, but he's doing a good job just playing defense. Alright, so we can throw a curse on here. Why don't we do that? Thinking probably here would be a good one, so let's curse them. Very nice. And then, you know what, we can just get right in there and start beating the crap out of these units. Use our hero to do that. And then, ooh, nice, we can get the finish here with our pikemen. Fantastic. Okay, that's excellent. You know what, we might as well get our Snow Spirits out here and start doing some freezing bursts here. Oh, yeah. This one as well can do the same thing, more or less, although we want to get Corrupt Soul in there first, probably. Go here, and then can we hit him? It's only 50% because we've got stuff in the way. Yeah, we'll go right here. There we go, that's better. Nice. And then we can hit him with the Corrupt Soul. Nice, good damage there. Ooh, nice. And this should be the kill here. Perfect. And we can't quite get the charge in there, but could do some hefty melee damage. Yeah, what the heck. Let's make that happen. Very nice. Meanwhile, over here, a couple units to deal with. So our Necromancer can move over and do a little bit of magic blasting. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have provided a little more assistance over here. You know what? Let's throw on a spell just to help. A little bit of soul fire. They're going to retaliate, so I don't really want to do that. So let's do a charge strike here with our Bone Golem, maybe. I know our Bone Golem is in rough shape, but at least that kind of gets him involved a little better. Ooh, yeah, they're going to retaliate pretty heavily on us if we start hitting them. That said, I think it's probably worth doing because we can hit him there for some good damage and then follow up and hit him again without a retaliation. Nice, that weakens him pretty solid. Move our Bone Golem over like this, and then that's going to do it, I think, for our turn. End it there. Now, hopefully we don't take too much more punishment. Uh-oh. Ooh, that Bone Golem. Okay. Thank goodness. I thought this guy was going to take an attack of opportunity to go after my Bone Golem and finish him off. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're fine. So, we've got this situation pretty much handled now, I think. We can do Magic Blast here. And then we can use our Warlock to get the finish here. Or very close to it, I should say. And then let's step over here, get the kill. Nice. And then we can get the finish here. Perfect. And then our Snow Spirit can cruise on over. Blast the Necromancer with a Frozen. And now we can just gang up on him here. So why don't we just kind of go nuts here and beat the heck out of him. There's some damage. Night Guard can get in the fun. Perfect. Corrupt Soul can get in there. Get that flank shot. Very nice. And then the Iron Golem can go in and get the finish. Perfect. I think that should do it. Yeah, there we go. All right, nice. So we took a bit of damage with that bone golem. We did get a level up for our hero, though, which is very nice. And we got some more souls, which is also helpful, given that we are needing those. Ooh, nice. We got a white wolf and some knowledge as well. The white wolf is actually a tier 3 mount. Enfeebling Howl deals damage and applies weakened to enemy units within 1 hex. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll definitely take that reward. So let's jump to our heroes screen here real quick and just see. So again, currently, I think my heroes all have either a two-handed weapon or a mount already. Like Sereth currently has the Bone Wyvern, which does give flying. However, we could go to the White Wolf, which does give Pack Hunter, Frost Resistance, and that ability to apply Weaken. The thing I like about the Bone Wyvern, though, is especially since this hero is able to summon that unit, I think. Let me just find it. Yeah, summon Elemental. Because of this ability, I think it probably makes more sense to keep her with the flying unit, because then she can fly where she needs to and summon this thing. Although, really, this requires 3, so that ability to fly actually doesn't really matter. You know what? Let's go with the White Wolf. Let's do it. Yeah, I kind of talked myself into that situation, because really, or out of that situation, because the flying doesn't matter, since this is a 3 action point thing anyway, so it wouldn't really benefit. You know, you can't fly and then use it. You kind of got to use it on your first turn. I guess you could fly to where you wanted to and then next turn apply it or something, but... okay, so now we can level up Umzish. Let's see. Just looking at what we've got. So support, we don't really have... I really like the support upgrades for the heroes, but Umzish is built a little more for just kind of fighting, I guess. Yeah, weakening aura. I mean, we're kind of already covered in that regard. We've got battle magic. Just looking at what our options are. I mean, I wouldn't mind inspiring leader and then maybe getting like defensive training and a bunch of these other ones. I mean, I really like building my heroes to be supporting this squad rather than just a powerhouse in and of themselves. That said, though, maybe with Umzish, we'll focus on her just being a fighter. She's already got Berserker's Rage. She's got Bulwark, Call the Weak, Defensive Tactics. She's an Opportunist. She's got Sentinel so that she has First Strike. Yeah, let's just keep beefing her up and make her a better fighter then. Melee and physical range attacks gain plus 10 damage. Eagle Eye, plus 1 range, plus 10% accuracy. We don't have any ranged attacks with her currently. Why don't we just buff her defense, maybe? Frost weapons. I guess the other option is Vigor, which just gives her more health. You know what? This might be a way to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, where we're improving her fighting ability by giving her more health and also unlocking more support. So let's do that. That's kind of, like I said, 2 birds, 1 stone a little bit. All right. So, well, that's great. We've taken care of that situation. I mean, again, we could think about sieging Silverbridge. I don't think it's really worth it. I think I want to go for my opponents as quick as I can here, really. So, we do need some more souls as well. So, you know what? Let's try this battle and see if we can make this one happen as well. Yeah, we just need to get over there and we can engage it. So, I think that would pull everybody in. Yeah, no problem. So, let's do that. Interesting. Okay. The enemy squeals and submits. So we could banish them to the Astral Sea where they cannot harm anyone. We would lose mana, but we'd gain some good alignment. We could allow them to flee and spread terror in a rampage across the realm. Or we could just fight them. I'd rather fight them and get the experience, to be perfectly honest. Even though, we're not super strong. I mean, you can see... actually, these are some pretty powerful units now that I'm looking at it. Every 2 turns, all attacking units are displaced by 2 hexes. Now, that could be a problem. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have just let them run and wreak havoc. Now that I think about it, I don't know. I mean, I think we'll be fine, but Really, I need the souls and I want the experience. That's the big thing, so. Now, our units are going to keep getting displaced by this effect, which we have to be very careful of. Now, I don't want this bone golem to die, so we're going to probably retreat our bone golem back. Alright, so let's see here. Bone Golem's going to want to pull back, I think. Keep him out of the action as much as we can. Everybody else is way over here, so we want to get them over to the fight as quick as we can, including Umzish. Definitely need to get her in there. We're going to need her help, I think. Everybody's just moving over. Alright, so, yeah, let's kind of consolidate in the middle here a little bit. There's no sense our units getting too... let's see, if we go here, I think we could strengthen... Oh, shoot, we can't quite... I was hoping to strengthen one of those corrupt souls. Alright, well, we'll just do defense mode. You know what? We might want to do some spell casting in this battle as well, just given that we are up against some tough customers. Alright, so let's take a look at these guys, these Astral Siphoners. I think these are they a support unit? Oh, no, they're a fighter unit, okay. So they got a melee, they got Astral Pull, Astral Membrane. Ooh, 30% chance to become stunned when we attack them with melee. Oh, that's going to be tough. Okay, this is going to be a tricky battle for me, actually. So we're definitely going to want to throw some spells on here. You know, we could do this. Buff everybody over here. 20 plus 20 hit points. Have their negative status effects removed. It would just buff their max hit points a bit. Definitely wouldn't mind that. Yeah, there. Now they've just got extra health, so we can definitely get them in there a little bit more. Well, ooh, I shouldn't have put my corrupt soul there. That was oh, maybe we can undo that. Let me see. Ooh, that restarts combat. We don't want to do that. I just wanted to redo the move, but I guess we can't. What I wanted to do was actually put my Iron Golem up there, because the Iron Golem is a much more defensive unit. We'll have to use our Night Guard instead, and our Night Guard might get killed here, but it's going to be what it's going to be, unfortunately. Well, we'll throw the Restore on. Oh, and I removed Bulwark, which maybe wasn't wise. Okay, and then we want some assistance for our Night Guard. Is getting defensive tactics. And then we've also got, yeah, weakening aura on there. Okay, well, I think we're going to be in about as good a shape as we're going to get here. We can buff our undead there a little bit. Let's get our Snow Spirit in there and try to help a little bit with some freezing bursts at least. We can do the same over here. Throw another one on. Try and slow some of these units down a little bit. Oh, and I completely forgot about our ability to do the Sundering Curse. So let's do that. Nice. And then we can step on over, get another Freezing Burst in. And our hero has already done its thing. This Bone Golem, we're going to maybe try and go around. The Necromancer could still do an attack for what that's worth. What the heck? Let's give it a shot at least. Nice. Okay, well, at least we grazed him. Stormscale Serpent can just play defense over here. Bone Golem, again, in bad shape, so we're just going to get out of danger. And then we'll do our... Oh, and I totally forgot about that. Oh, wow. Look at that. Just totally shifted our forces, and now this Corrupt Soul's getting schmacked. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah. You know, again, I was doing all my... Oh, I got to position them the right way and whatever, and then this thing just displaced it. Yeah, totally forgot. Well, shame on me, I guess. Nice. Okay, there's some good damage. Necromancer can't be affected by this attack, so that's no good. Warlock can't really help out either there, so let's get our Warlock up, do some magic bolts here. Alright, well, at least our hero is able to charge right in there and do some work, so let's make that happen. Nice. Cancel the retaliation. Keep charging around behind with our Bone Golem. Unfortunately, our Corrupt Soul is probably toast. The only way we could maybe get out of there would be... No, I think we're pretty much done, sadly. I guess one option would be... Let's see, do we have... I don't think this is going to really do much for us, sadly. Well, let's see what else we can manage here. Oh, that would be great. We can get some big damage here. You know what? Okay, let's do this. I'm just trying to see what would be enough to get the kill. All right, well, we'll do this attack first. Okay, there we go. Now let's see. Can we get the finish doing this? We could. What about with... Yeah, that's not bad. Let's go like this. There's one kill. That does free things up a little bit. We can get our frost units in there to help. Sadly, this Flow Serpent's causing us some grief here. Why can't we hit him? Is it this... Let me check. He's got something. What's refuged? Oh, unit is invulnerable and stunned for 1 turn. Okay. Well, that makes sense. That's why we can't hit him with any damage. Okay, well, that makes a lot more sense. Let's do some blasting there, get a little more damage in. Our Night Guard could step up, actually. Yeah, let's do that. We'll help out. Nice. Okay, we got regeneration going at least. Corrupt Soul can get the finish. I mean, again, our Corrupt Soul is pretty much toast. But at least we can get that kill. Ooh, shoot. And, of course, that death just healed the units around it. Snow Spirit. They're not going to help us. And down here, again, we're... Unit is stunned, so we should be able to retreat back, actually. Yeah, there, that's fine. Just kind of get out of the way here. Alright, that's going to do it. Let's see what happens. Oh, my poor Corrupt Soul. I wonder now, can my Necromancer revive him, though? Let me see. Raise Undead. I think this... Yeah, we can. Okay. Here lies Astral Siphoner. But does this... Let me see. Can only be used once per battle. Friendly undead corpses revived with 60% of its total hit points. Non-undead corpses raised as a decaying zombie. Okay, so that's... We actually want the Corrupt Soul back then. Otherwise, we'll just get a zombie. Okay, perfect. Well, hey, we at least saved our unit. So that's great. Ooh, yeah, big flank here. Let's get that going. Nice. When we attack, is this guy still invulnerable? Yes, he's still got that refuged, unfortunately. Can't do anything to him. Over here, we've got a bit of a log jam, as you can see, which is creating a bit of a problem. The Corrupt Soul would probably be better to just get out of there if we could. Hero as well. Demon Step. Oh, you know what? We could do this. That would be great. Let's do that. Nice. And then we can still get the kill here. Perfect. Stormscale Serpent's going to just stay put. A Warlock could throw a curse on either unit. Let's do it here. Nice. So let me check, because I've got to find out, why do they keep getting this refuged? Astral Refuge. When this unit is hit, it becomes invulnerable and it's stunned. Oh, I see. So it just kind of over and over, it'll keep happening. Yeah, and our spells won't do anything. Okay, so we'll have to be a little bit more strategic in how we how we kill these units then. Like, you only get one hit on them, basically. Okay, well, there's one dead, at least. Right, so now he should have it again. Yeah, there it is. Alright, well, we want to get our corrupted soul out of there. And let's just surround him with our Night Guard and our hero. Like, we can even throw a Restore on. Not that it really matters, but... sure, why not? Alright, so now he's just going to keep... Oh, and there's that stupid teleportation thing that just happened. Okay, so we definitely want to just get the kill. Let's see, Umzish should be able to do that. Okay, there we go. Well, that was an interesting battle. It's a shame that our Corrupt Soul took so much damage, but thankfully, due to our Necromancer, we were able to revive the unit and not lose him. So, good XP gain there, too. A lot of medal promotions, as you can see. We have a lot of these Snow Spirits that now have gold medals, which is fantastic. We are going to need to kind of recoup our health, perhaps, a little bit. But, ooh, and nice. Where our soul pool is now very close to what we need. So, that was big progress there for us. I'm quite happy with how that went. Again, it might have been preferable to not lose the Corrupt Soul and have to revive him and have him lose some health. But, overall, I'm still pretty happy with how that went. Alright, we will regroup here. I think we'll probably just call it an episode right away, but Desecrate Structures is now finished, so let's think what we want next. Next tome in 1 research cycle. Okay, well, we're getting close. Artisan Fortifications. City gains plus 20 fortification health and bolt repeater towers. We've got Ice Coffin. We've got Wayfinder. We don't even have any scouts, so I don't really need that. We could shuffle for some... mana here. We don't really need Ice Coffin, honestly. Yeah, let's try it. Nice, that's way better. Okay, Domain of Death. Let's check that out. Target friendly city has 20 city stability. Friendly undead units in the domain deal plus 10% damage. Enemy units in the domain become soulbound. Yeah, that could be great. Just for the city stability, even. Necrotic Magic. Ooh, this is a unit enchantment. Grants attacks of enchanted units a base 60% chance of inflicting decaying. Damage over time effect that prevents the unit from gaining health. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm going to go for that. You know, these are all pretty good choices. Siege Magic. Grants enchanted units plus 10% damage. Siege Breaker and Demolisher. Man, these are really good ones. So you know what? Let's lock in Siege Magic and we'll do Necrotic Magic first. And then we'll do Siege Magic next, probably. There we go. Yeah, that's great. That's really, really good. Those are good upgrades for my units here. Spell casting wise, we can start doing Desecrate Structure. Ooh, but you know what? That's going to cost us souls, so glad I didn't do that. Because again, we need 100 to do Whiteborn, so we're just saving up for that. We can summon our Snow Spirit. Again, probably just going to keep summoning them to Straelak's group because we need it. Okay, and he's got this army that's like, you know, not entirely composed, but starting to be a lot of just Snow Spirits there. All right, well, let's mosey on in and see what we can see. So, okay, in the outpost, I don't know if the army is there or not, so we will... suppose find out, but got our units in there. I mean, hopefully we're strong enough. I don't know. Maybe we aren't. Maybe I'm, you know, biting off more than I can chew here by charging in. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. And then we can head in with our skeleton as well, just to have some more bodies for the meat grinder. Okay, nice. And then, you know what? We can send Sereth up to the Gorgon's lair, and we can at least get a look at what's inside, I guess. Our Corrupt Soul, unfortunately, is still kind of damaged, but I think it would be fine. I mean, again, the other option is we just swap him out for the Night Guard. I mean, let's see. He does, you know, about 15 damage versus... You know, I think because he's damaged, I am going to sub him out. I know he's a tier 3 unit and all, but... Yeah, I think that's going to be better for me. All right, let's explore this. Maybe here's where we'll end the episode with the Gorgon Lair fight. Or you know what, we could save this one. Let's save this one for next time. This will be the cliffhanger. So next episode, we will try out the Gorgon Lair battle and see what we get out of it. Hopefully that will also give us enough souls then to be able to start working on our new spell, which would be awesome. So again, just a reminder, game plan is probably going to be with this stack to try to head underground, see if we can eliminate Iska, who again is in pretty rough shape here. Level 8, has a tier 3 unit and then a couple of other kind of miscellaneous units, but really not in great condition. So I think we can probably take pretty good advantage of this. There's also a quarry down here. Who does this belong to? Oh, this is Sorcerer Solace. You know what? Here's a great example of exactly what we were just talking about. So we jump up back above the surface here. Sorcerer Solace has this underground passage in the domain. If we go underground, they've annexed this one underground and they built a quarry, and that's because it has this gold vein. So very, very cool there. Just an example of that in action. Evil Presence lingers. That's the Dragon Lair. Yeah, we got a few more things to deal with, but like I said, I think it's a good spot to end the episode. So we will save it right here. So this will be first series, episode 12. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.